Hey guys, we are back with my friend here, my wonderful, beautiful friend, Souifyre, aka Jess, because that's what I call her. We are back with the Yuri, the visual novel, because we gone through basically, I'm pretty sure not even half of the game, but maybe 1/4. Who knows? We shall see how long it shall be.
We haven't even finished Act 1.
I know, exactly. Wait, I thought we were on Act 2. No, we're on Act 1. And
No, we didn't even finish Act 1. We were gonna try and then didn't get there.
You're right. I underestimated the length of Act 1. But you know, it's okay. It's okay. It's a lot of detailing. You know, a lot of detailing happening. If you guys want to check out Souifyre, there she is. I shouted her out, so you guys could feel free to give her a follow and check out her content. And so yeah, we're gonna continue to do, you know, my amateur voice acting thing while Jess continues her wonderful voice with her narration. Why are you making me do so many voices? It's gonna be hard. Also, thank you. We bring for the care package.
Who's the one that did all the
What?
Who's the one that did all the voice acting skits on Smule, huh?
Don't mention those. Don't. It's so fucking cringy. Oh, why did I do that? It's so cringy. Anyways, on to the game, shall we? What happened last time? I forgot. Oh yes, we got.
So we were being chased after the family was killed in the carriage. Wound up in the forest. Ended up tripping and hitting your head.
We got a really bad concussion. Yeah.
Henny had seen the vampires finishing off the ones that kill our family and then kidnapped us and threw us in a jail cell.
Ta-da! Hi Godzilla, welcome in. Glad to see you. Hi, hope you've been doing well. Hell yeah, you know it. It's been so long, Godzilla. I am doing well. We are doing well here with Jess as well. Glad to see you, by the way. It's been I don't know how long. It just felt like an eternity, but I hope you are doing well and is taking care of yourself as well. How's work, by the way? Are you getting kind of used to it, or, you know? But yeah, sorry. Please, continue. And then we finally met the vampire, right? After playing some card games for a bit?
Playing some card games while she slaughtered the leader of the people, and now she came and trapped herself in the cell with us, so we can't run.
Yep. After hearing multiple screams in the hallway. A horror movie waiting to happen. But, you know, because we're the MC, we got plot armor. Because that's how it is with her, at least.
It doesn't always that isn't always how it works.
Yeah? Okay. Well,
there's some games where that, like,
main character dies.
Oz Mafia and Amnesia.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Wow. That is something.
You very much can die.
That is something, alright. Can't believe we played those games back in the day. I'm doing okay.
I still have them. On my Switch, I've got Bustafellows, which there are routes very much so that also have CGs where you can die. Bustafellows and I can't remember the name of the other one off the top of my head. Collar X Malice.
Ah. There's a lot. There's a lot of other ones that I swear to God, like, why was this allowed? Don't ask me.
You don't always get to have your good ending. And to be fair, the games themselves aren't technically meant to be for kids. Like, maybe 16 and up, 17 and up at best.
Meanwhile. Actually, no. I was already in high school, so it's fine.
But yeah, bad endings are a very, very real thing.
Very real.
And
a
lot of the other ones.
Yeah. And
the ones that have
one?
The one I mentioned, Collar X.
No, the pigeon one.
Oh, Hatoful Boyfriend.
Yeah, that one. Oh my God, that's such an old one, but it's such a classic.
What? You don't want to be just a pair of eyes in a jar?
Hey, don't give out spoilers. Hey, yo. Don't do that. Give out fire!
She said it's been out for so long.
It has. Yeah, but still. Some people of this generation never played this game. Let them
It's fine. I didn't say whose route it was for.
You're right. You're right.
Isn't that part of like the preview into the thing anyway? Like it starts off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. In the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of.
So it's not a spoiler. It's like you get thrown right into that one.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Let's say that. Let's just say that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready to do some nice narration today? Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So this is where we continue. We finally saw the beautiful vampire. Shrimply, hello. Whoa. What's this? It's some good stuff. That's what it is. Hell yeah, Shrimply. How's it going? The game is called Cage of Roses. If you guys don't know, we're doing a continuation. So if you're very confused, don't worry. It's only Act 1. We're still technically in Act 1. You're not missing a lot. There's just a lot of details in this game.
Just like 2 or 3 hours of playtime from 2 weeks ago.
Of just literally details. Like it's a lot of good details. So you can
you gotta
visualize
embellish
it.
The backstory.
Exactly. So that's what we're doing. We're finally kind of meeting the main characters basically. Oh, consider me invested now then. Heck yeah! If you like girls love visual novel.
If you're invested, you have to hand over at least 5 pints of blood for the vampiress.
5 pints? God. Vampiress is like, it gotta be a certain blood type, or else what if she doesn't take that blood type?
She only wants O negative.
Yeah. Oh god. That's so rare, like how you look at it.
Exactly. She's a gourmet.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Gourmet queen, yes. Okay, yeah, let us continue.
I'm so sorry.
All right. No, you're good. I'm trying to like figure out what voice I gave Henny again. Okay. I'm trying to make her sound like a nagging granny. That's what I was gonna.
In all fairness, you switched
I switched so much.
4.
Yeah, that's funny how I'm actually old blood. Oh wait, actually? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, hand it over. Come on, chop. Okay.
I'll go just off the side with the syringe.
Oh, yep, exactly. Me with a little syringe. With my empty pints. Come on, let's go. Okay, let me see how I did it with Henny. I remember giving her like a higher pitch, I think. What you did isn't justice. It's barbaric. You shouldn't be taking pleasure in other people's deaths. Oops. There you go. What gave you the right to kill him anyway? Oh my god, I have to do everything. Okay. I had every right to kill him. He was trespassing upon my land, as were you and the young lady here. His life was forfeit the moment he encroached upon my territory. Encroached? Wow, that's big words for me. Big words. The Lord's Prayer may say that we ought to forgive those who wrong us, but I have no patience with such teachings. They do not apply to me. The Lord has forsaken me. I am no longer a member of his congregation. He would have no love for me as I am now, and I have little love for him. I cannot conceive how he could have let me suffer so, if he truly existed. Sometimes I do wonder. So you mean to add blasphemy to your list of crimes? I can't fucking... What is this? The transition is too much, bro. Oh, I've done far, far worse than that in my time. The morals of you good, sententious... Oh my god. Churchgoers do not apply to me. I am not of your kind. I am a drinker of blood who walks the night. I have been alive for over a century, though my life is very different to yours and your mistress's. I doubt that you can understand me. And neither do I want you to. I have no desire to understand you either. There would be no point. We big words now adding to my vocabulary. It hurts my brain. We are much too different. A drink of blood? But that will make you a vampire? It was Mike who offered. Oh fuck, that was you. Sorry.
You're good. It was Mike who offered forth this label, after Henny's voice faltered. Damn you, English.
I know. How to English. God.
Mike was an ardent devourer of books, and she had read before of such shadowy denizens of the night, much to her mother's chagrin. Lady von Essen had thought that Mike, as a well-bred young woman, ought not to read at all. It will only excite your mind, dear. But should instead busy herself with embroidery.
Oh, I haven't said my greetings, but hello to both of you and hope you both are doing well. Yes, we are.
Hello.
Thank you, Weeping. Thank you so much. Hey, Boundary, welcome in.
Mike, however, had always preferred books to busy work, particularly work which involved needles, and she found herself returning to stories time and time again whenever she needed a break from her own dreary life.
I don't know. Something about needles, man.
Like, if you've ever done embroidery, it's such precision work. The amount of times you will poke your fingers if it's not something you're used to.
That is true.
Mike had read all manner of books over the years, but she preferred adventure stories, full of mystery, intrigue, and, yes, even murder.
So she's a fellow murder mystery fan.
She's a true crime.
Hell yeah.
True crime gal.
Yeah.
Mike knew, from her reading, that vampires were nocturnal creatures, often aristocratic, who shunned the sunlight, dwelt in ruinous castles, and supped upon the lifeblood of fair maidens. Yes, Mike thought, in an oddly detached manner. That did make sense. She had sensed there was something strange about Magdalena when their eyes had first met. Geez, it's not the ears or the fangs.
I know, right? No, it's their eyes. That's all she sees. She's like, wow, I'm infatuated with your eyes.
Magdalena really must have been a vampire.
Good luck with work, Weeping.
Don't kill anybody. It all made sense. At least, it would have, had Mike been a heroine in one of her novels. But life, Mike reminded herself, was not akin to a story. Mike might have consumed books like a starving man, but she had sense enough to know that the words written within the pages of adventure stories were all skeins of fiction. Vampires ought to have remained within the realms of make-believe. They had no business walking about as humans did, made of cold, unfeeling flesh with hearts which no longer beat. They were supposed to be constructs, mere figments of fancy. But Magdalena was undoubtedly real, and, unsettling though she was, Mike did not take her for a liar.
Yes, that's correct. I'm a vampire. And this castle is my territory. It and the woods that surround you. You wandered into my domain, you hopeless little lambs, while on the run from those awful bandits. I know none of this is your fault, and I've no quibbles with you. I am not blaming you for what occurred tonight. How does that tonight there? How does that like a How does she say it? How does she say it? Like there. Like as in like an attitude?
It's probably a response because how Henny and them are coming across is if they're saying it's
like very
her fault, that like she's blaming them for whatever caused them to end up in her territory, and she's like, I'm not blaming you. There.
Ah. Thank you. God,
Like
I wish
giving
a
the admission
vampire...
that
What? Sorry, I was reading Shimpley's
Like, no, you did.
comment.
Yeah. They're basically giving the consent that, yes, it's not your fault you ended up here. There, I've said it. It's out in the open.
Right.
Like,
almost like an indication
confession
of
of sorts.
Yeah. Okay, got it. God, I wish a vampire called me a hopeless little lamb. I mean, what? I mean, wow, that must be the wind. God, who said that? Oh my God.
I don't know. That sounded like water to me.
I know, damn. I didn't hear a thing. See how fair I am? I'm too nice by half. Too nice for my own good. Too nice for my own good, cuz you have been awfully surly with me, the both of you. But I've only ever been polite.
Debatable.
Exactly. I would even let you go if I could. Dispatching of brigands, what the fuck, is one thing. But I take no pleasure in harming young ladies. But I fear that would be foolhardy. Oh my God, this ancient English.
Foolhardy is a word that still gets used somewhat recently.
Where?
I've literally had conversations with people that have used it.
I've never heard someone say that word.
Even some more like within like the last decade, it's still something that gets used in like books and stuff.
Foolhardy? Fool as if
yes.
Okay, foolhardy.
Basically, it's foolish.
Foolhardy. Wow, that's like it sounds like an old English, doesn't it? Yeah. I cannot allow anybody who has wandered into my realm to leave alive. I do not want you telling tall tales. I should snap both of your necks and be done with, but she talks a lot.
You would be wrong.
She talks a lot.
It is mostly from Old French.
Shakespeare has dialogue.
Yeah, foolhardy mostly originates from Old French, and after a bit, it joined with English and became what it is.
Makes sense.
Hey.
Magdalena's red eyes found Mike's, then held them. Her smile, which hitherto had seemed so easy, faded as she frowned.
You don't seem to be a mere peasant. I can tell from your clothes, dirty though they are, that you are from a wealthy background.
I don't know, the clothes look pristine. It's her face that's got the blood.
I know, right? Like, even the maid. I mean, actually, you can see that it's cut on the side.
Yeah, the shoulder's been slashed on Henny's.
But otherwise, everything else is like clean.
Yeah.
You know? Your voice and your bearing. Yes, even the way you look at me. It all suggests that you are, in fact, a lady. Nah, I'm a man. Comes out like, what you say about me?
Guess it's not Yuri anymore.
I know, right? Would I be correct in that assessment? Why do you ask? It would be problematic for me if I were to dispatch a woman of renown. Oh my God. Renown. Okay, I was right the first time. I would not want your disappearance to catch the attention of men in high places. Again, she's like, men.
I'll take those
Takes your
eyes of
eyes?
yours.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
now,
that's-
you only have to look at me.
So it's like a yandere like voice line that I promised I was gonna do because during like a charity stream I hit one of the goals. So
Yeah,
that was one of the like the
I need
goal.
to make some sound redeems for mine at some point.
It's been a while. I'm glad you like that one, Godzilla. Yeah, it's fun to do. Okay. Did I say that yet? Not yet. Okay. If they were to send out a search party into these woods, it's not wholly impossible that they would stumble upon my home. I have lived out of sight from the public eye for nigh on a century, and I have no desire to invite half of Augsburg's constabulary into my house. Constabulary.
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 Bulary. So, constable or constable? It's basically the police.
Wow.
That's basically the guards and stuff.
I really don't know English a lot. That's crazy. I need to read more. Goddamn. This is what happens when you haven't read in a long time.
I gave you a bookmark. Use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it. Thank you. The idea is incredibly unpleasant.
Magdalena pulled a face, as a small child might when confronted with a plate of food they did not much care for.
I love her so much. Oh man, right when I bite into my candy. Okay. If
I
you really
usually
are a
skip this
lady,
part.
I might do well to exercise some caution. I suppose I can always spare your life and kill only this dowdy common girl. Your mate, I take it.
Magdalena looked to Henny. Now her lips curled into a mean smile.
Oh, sorry. I accidentally clicked it too fast.
You're good.
What do you say to that? It's not a bad trade, is it? Her life for yours? Precious few people who find themselves in my abode are ever able to live to tell the tale. You would be one in? Goodness, how many guests have I had over the years? There must be a good 200 or 300.
Not as many as I would have thought.
That's what I thought too. I would be like I don't know, 2,000.
Yeah, that's what I
At
was
least.
thinking.
At least. Aren't you touched by my thoughtfulness? But to be fair, it's like off-grid in a way, you know?
It is off-grid, but it's also the kind of route that a lot of, like, say, refugees or something would go through as a way to keep in a hidden area. So you'd think that potentially more people would pass through either slaves running away or things like that.
I'm thinking maybe because that area is owned by like a noble.
Even if it's owned by a noble, that wouldn't...
Doesn't
Depending on
matter.
the situation, yeah, it wouldn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
Because land that is long owned by nobles that are that big, especially if it's like a forest or mountains or something,
Yeah.
it's usually the best place to go through because it's not as easy to search.
Right, right.
What time period is this? Did it give a time period for...
I don't know, but not really. Like, you can kind of tell it's maybe 17th century? I'm just guessing. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Do you think?
19th century is where it
19th
said
century.
it as. So
Oh,
the
wait, is it actually
1800s.
1900? I said 17th, lol.
A haunting gothic romance set in the 19th century.
Okay, there you go.
So the 1800s, somewhere in there.
Okay, I went a little bit too back. A little too back, and it also doesn't make sense because her... I don't know. I was about to say her attire is not really 17th.
I was gonna
but
say the attire's a bit
yeah, more
like
modern.
more pronounced
Mhm.
and has a lot more flashiness to it than it
Yeah.
would have had in the 17th century.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Belnry. I usually skip this part. Oops. Are you
Usually skip
touched
what
by
part?
my... Oh, the part that I accidentally pressed.
Oh. Confidently said the year 1000. Oh no!
No, don't say that. But I get what you mean, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a back in the day type of thing, you know? Aren't you touched by my thoughtfulness? I know my candy.
Silence descended in the decrepit cell, following Magdalena's announcement. Stuck for words, Mike could only stare at her, her lips parted. What was she to say to Magdalena's proposal? How was she to feel? There was relief, certainly, at the prospect of escaping the cell, but Mike could take no real pleasure in it, not when it would come at the cost of Henny's life. How could she abandon her friend, who had been by her side since her early childhood? Were it not for Henny, Mike knew she would be dead already, butchered like a farmyard animal in her parents' carriage. Henny had rescued her once already. It seemed unconscionable that she should leave her now. Mike turned this over in her mind, worrying her teeth with her lower lip, when...
Oh, new art.
Yay, CG!
Wow. Oh, we can actually
We
see
finally got the
her
first CG.
a little bit better now, like how Mike will look like.
Yeah, look at the threads from the shoulder.
Oh,
of
from the
Henny's.
shoulder, yeah, you can see it better now.
Holy shit, they moved.
Oh my god, there's shadows now.
Well, if my life's all you're after.
Henny reached out, taking Mike's hands between her own, then said,
What else is there to think about? It sounds like a fine suggestion to me. Don't you agree, Mike?
No.
What?
Mike stared into Henny's round, soft face, her eyes vast and uncomprehending.
Sir, oh my god, I cannot say this word.
Surly?
I cannot say this word for the love of God. Okay. Shirley.
Say sure.
Shirley.
Lee. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know why my tongue gets twisted every single time I say this word.
You just dropped the E, it seems like. You
I
keep trying
did.
to say surly instead.
Surly, you don't mean that. You're not alright with this, are you, Henny?
Well, it'd be a lie if I said I was jumping up and down for joy at the prospect of being eaten by a vampire.
Henny's smile wavered. Through... That is a typing
What?
error!
That's a
That is
typo.
gonna bug me!
That's a typo.
Though she tried to maintain a brave face.
But if it's what I've got to do to save your life, Mike, then I'll do it. I do love you, after all.
Ooh, confession.
Oh, wait, actually, like, but no, like the I love you like my own kid type, you know, like my family.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But I had to.
I'm not going to let you get hurt.
Henny tried to sound brave, but Mike could hear how her voice trembled all the same. Could feel, too, how Henny's hands shook. Henny, like her, had heard the screams of the bandits' leader as they echoed through the halls. Though neither woman had seen his final moments, they knew from his cries that his demise must have been barbarous. Mike could not allow Henny to endure such suffering for her sake. She could not allow her to die. Mike knew Henny wished only the best for her. But...
No.
Mike spoke up, her voice surprisingly cool, given the wild fluctuations of her heart within her breast.
I won't allow that to happen. It wouldn't be right. If one of us must remain here, then it ought to be me. What? No, you can't mean that, Mike. Surely you just... No, I'm not. You know, I've a terrible sense of humor, Henny. I hardly ever tell jokes. I don't have enough levity in me for them. I'm being very serious. You've always looked out for me ever since I was small. Not that I always listened to you. Don't you remember when I stole the keys to the mausoleum in my insufferable curiosity and crept inside? But of course I remember. You dragged me in after you, despite my warnings. And it went about as badly as I expected, too. Didn't it just...
Faintly, Mike smiled, dire though their situation was, happy to share this memory with Henny. It's Magdalena coming for you. If only me and the homies had this type of intimacy and romance. That wouldn't be as common nowadays.
Okay, sorry, my door crept open, so I'm like, I was like,
Did you hear what I said?
No, what'd you say?
It's Magdalena coming for you.
Oh shit! Lock the doors. Get the
Charlie
garlic.
says, if only me and the homies had this type of intimacy and romance.
I mean, it's called romance, is it not? Yeah?
Debatable.
Romance?
Not the same concept, I don't think.
Oh, never mind then.
For all she knew, it might very well have been her last chance to reminisce with her maid like this. We haven't reached that level yet.
Soon.
Soon, TM.
Yeah, soon. Oh, have you already finished reading that whole thing?
Yep.
Oh, that was fast.
Mike knew not what the future held, but
Lady Von Essen was in such a awful mood when she found out. It was quite frightening. I've never seen anything like it. Oh, yes, she was fearfully cross. It's a wonder fire didn't come out of her nostrils. I recall that she struck you, and then, when I tried to argue on your behalf, she struck me too.
Meanwhile, Magdalena is literally there just watching them like, are y'all done yet? Because I just want to get this going.
I haven't eaten
Look,
dinner
I just
yet. Like,
well, no, she just had dinner. She wants
That
the
was her
dessert.
snack. That was her appetizer, bro.
You calling Henny fat?
What? I'm calling men an appetizer. Like, bruh. Woman is the main course. Get it? Because it's a yurgi. Anyways. Go ahead.
Goofball.
Yep.
It's still on you.
Oh, that's still me. That's right.
she struck me so hard my ears still ring from it sometimes.
Oh, that's concerning. That's really concerning.
Well, you know what ghost pain is, right?
Yeah,
Where
it's
like if you've had surgery or something,
Yeah.
you still have every now and then you'll feel a pinprick or something in the same spot.
Yeah, but
That's
then
the
the
same
fact
kind of
that she
concept.
slapped her so hard that it causes that is it's. I mean, I think she might have made bigger injuries. You know what I mean? Because of that. But yeah. Anyways, yeah. Wrap this shit up. Let me eat them. It's like one of those scenes where you're the villain and you're watching the main character transform, and you're just like
Sailor
there.
Moon.
Yeah. Into any transformation from any, like, you know,
Power Rangers going into the
Kamen Riders.
what was it? The Autobots version or whatever.
Oh my god, yeah.
When the Power Rangers had robots, I don't remember what that was called.
Did you
but they
say
had to
Power
watch the
Rangers and
monster-
Autobots in one sentence?
I said Power Rangers had robots at one
Oh,
point. I
okay.
don't remember what they were called. But it was like the animal robots.
Oh, yeah, I
and
know
they'd
which one you're
summon
talking
them,
about.
and then they'd combine, and they're just having to sit there, like-
Megazord thing. Yeah. Megazord. Yeah, there you go. Power Rangers Megazord. Yeah. I really like that season. Anyways, we're gonna get sidetracked by that. Okay, continuation. Sorry.
God, yes, poor hen. I felt awful about it all the time. At the time, really, I did. I didn't care about my punishment. God knows I deserved it. But you've done nothing wrong. You've been perfectly reasonable about the whole thing.
Oh my god, here I go. Must be that chocolate I just ate. My tongue is the
Stop eating
thing.
yourself.
The thing.
Stop eating yourself.
I can't. Chocolates are good. I'll just take a little bite on my finger. Yeah, chocolate. Chocolate flavored.
If I'd listened to you, could have avoided the furor altogether. But I was too reckless. I ignored your wishes, but you still tried to protect me. You jumped to my defense just like a knight, and you were slapped silly for your troubles. It was horribly unfair. I've dragged you into all sorts of messes before, and you've always come to my defense. You've been a wonderful friend to me throughout the years, but I can't keep relying upon you.
Yeah, I want nam chocolate too. No numbing. No numbing.
I don't want to take advantage of your kindness. But Mike, I like it when you rely on me. Please feel free to take advantage. That's what I'm here for. No,
That's a
I can't.
very broad statement, Hanny.
Yeah, very.
It isn't right. It's long past time that I repaid you. By offering yourself up as a sacrifice in my stead? That isn't what I want, Mike, please.
Henny stared at her mistress, her wide eyes entreating.
I love you, but you're acting like a crazy woman. And you are the pinnacle of rationality, are you? Considering this crazy deal? That is truly insane. Don't tell me you've accepted all of this. Of course I've not accepted it. I'm terrified, really. See how my poor hands are shaking. But one of us biting it has to be better than both of us.
Neither of you are going to be doing the biting.
Neither.
If I can protect you, then I must. I will. That's my job. No, it isn't. Not any longer. I'm absolving you of your duty. Henny, this farce has lasted long enough.
For reals, like, can we stop talking? Because I feel like you're making Magdalena wait a little bit too long.
She's just sitting in the corner, arms crossed, foot tapping on the floor.
Yeah, like, are we done yet, you know?
What farce? You know what I mean.
Meanwhile...
Hey, look, there she is.
There she is. She's so patient with her food. So patient.
Magdalena. Yes? Have you quite finished with your little quarrel?
I must confess, I was beginning to feel rather left out.
My apologies. I will endeavor not to be so rude in the future to my hostess.
Mike dipped her head in a gesture of esteem, one not so very dissimilar to the way Henny was bidden to bob around her mother. Mike knew she could not afford to anger Magdalena. If Mike was to save Henny, she would be obliged to beg and bow and scrape. Fortunately, begging and bowing were not beyond Mike's means. Even though she was a lady, she was no stranger to scraping, either, having tearfully entreated her parents to reconsider her marriage prospects.
Oh lord. Oh my god, got those here. So you remember that I needed to sleep early yesterday? Oh my god.
Did that not happen?
Let me give you a shout out.
Oh no!
Gato! Wait a minute. Oh, Joe's here. Hold on, let me give Joe a shout out. You can't hide from me. Wait, who gave the shout out? Nah, it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him. You liar. Nah. Joe's here. I swear to God. I swear to God, Joe's here. Unless Yaki is helping me do that shout out. Yeah, I didn't, so I'm now tired as fuck. Gato, please. When you get the chance to, maybe take a nap in between. Otherwise, when you go home, eat, clean up yourself, go straight to sleep, because it's too dangerous to go out without sleep, Gato. Like, seriously. What you doing here? Go to sleep right now.
She had failed on that score, but she didn't intend to fail now. She knew what she must say. It seemed a stretch that Magdalena would believe her, but if she did...
I fear you are laboring under a misapprehension, Lady Magdalena. Your reasoning is sound. There would, indeed, be a ruckus if a noblewoman was to go missing, but your application is not. I am not a lady, you see, but my companion is.
Ooh.
Oh, she's trying to lie? I don't know.
She's trying to say that they swapped clothes at some point to distract the bandits and
Yeah.
let Henny live. And
I don't buy it, though. It's so obvious. Like, but yeah. My buddy Eric didn't sleep once, and it caused eldritch beings to consume his soul. So yeah, it's pretty important. Oh god.
no, it was an eldritch. There is no god there.
There is no god there. Then who? Who consumed his soul?
The eldritch beings.
One of them.
No, that is a multiple statement.
Okay. Okay.
See, beings
Okay.
has an S.
Yeah?
That means multiple.
Oh God.
At least 2.
At least 2. Yeah, you're right. Oh. See, you hear that? You hear that, Gato? You better be careful. Oh man.
You'll end up with Cthulhu after you.
Oh God.
It was a whole party.
I've done a visual novel.
So 4 to 8, got it.
Of a Cthulhu, like a.
Oh no.
Have you heard of that? I'll show you the visual novel later. But I had Vanilla do that.
I think
stream.
I've seen what you're talking about.
Yeah. That monster visual novel. That was interesting.
Yeah.
It was a whole party. Woo! Party at my place. Party at Gato's house.
Oh, you understood it as a party, as like a party being thrown. I was understanding it as a party of these being, so 4 to 8
Just
in total.
eating, yeah.
It was a dinner party.
A dinner party, indeed. Oh?
Magdalena raised an eyebrow.
Then you mean to say that you are the maid, and this lumpen Henny here is
Rude.
the mistress?
Oh my gosh, she is so...
I'ma punt her.
Oh my gosh, she took it. She even took it. How can she take it? Like, that's... Okay, first of all...
Well, this is Mike. Mike's running with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, why would you let someone say that to your mistress? It already gave it off that it's not her. Yeah.
Well, she's trying not to
Offender.
disrespect Magdalena.
Got it. Okay.
So refuting her would be a form showing that. So she just kind of has to say, yes, that would be correct.
Bite her tongue on it.
That is
Yep.
correct. Yes, I know I am dressed as a lady, I'll bet. A disgraced one. But that was part of Lord and Lady Von Essen's ruse. While traveling, they often have me dressed as a lady, while Henny, that is to say, Henrique, dresses as a maid. It is a means of subterfuge, so that if our carriage were to be attacked by bandits, I am the one who will be in harm's way, rather than my mistress. Only a true desperate bandit would rummage through the pockets of a maid, especially when she is with her lady. What? Mike, that's...
Henny began, but Mike cut her off. She was warning. That's another typo.
Mm-hmm. Warming.
She was warming to her ruse, and she found she could not still her tongue, not until she had delivered her whole address.
Lady Henrique is one
Oh.
whom
I will. Oh my god, it's Megami! Welcome in! It's a raid! It's a party! Oh my god, let me give you a shout out. Hey Megami, thank you so much for the raid and welcome raiders! Welcome in, woohoo! Hello, welcome in. The cutie Neko army raid, indeed. Oh wait! Wait, what? Did I? Who gave the shout out? I swear to god, is it Joe who gave the shout out? Oh my god.
Probably, because I didn't see Yaki on the list.
Yeah, I know, right? Do you see Joe on the list?
Oh yeah, I see Joe on the list.
Okay, so Joe's here. Alright, as I suspected, Joe. Hey, Megami. How you doing? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Hello, my name is
Hold
Choco.
on, I will be right back.
Okay, and that there was... that was Souifyre, aka Jess. We are just like playing a visual novel game called Cage of Roses, which is, you know, a girl's love with, you know, vampires, 19th century. A lot of things are going on right now. That's what we're doing. We're literally still in Act 1, kind of like Chapter 1 still. So y'all are not missing much if you guys just came in. I hope you had a wonderful stream, Megami, and I hope that you do some post-stream stuff to take care of yourself. Remember to hydrate, remember to stretch. And if you haven't eaten, please eat something. And it's a pleasure, as always, being rated by you. You are too kind. I'm so happy to see you as well before you head out. But you are free to, you know, stay as long as you like if you want to hang out. And for those who don't know about me, I am a tarantula VTuber, and I shared this stream account with my older brother, Vanilla. So if you don't see me, it's probably Vanilla. Yeah. Thank you for all the keywords. Yeah, no, you're all good. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I hope you had a lovely time on your stream, but I'm pretty sure because your community is super, super lovely. So thank you so much. Hello, my name is Vanilla Blue Tito del Armor. Wow. Vanilla. What a name indeed. It's so long. It's great. It's great. So far, the performance has been spectacular. Clap, clap. Please stay tuned. Oh, you mean the English that I've been trying to say this whole time? Because there's some big-ass words in this visual novel. And I'm struggling. I'm struggling to say them correctly. Thankfully, I have Jess here to help me because she's great at English.
Why would you lie to them?
No, it's
Also, sorry
true.
about that.
Welcome
Coco
back.
heard noise and wanted out of the kennel for a
Aw.
bit, so I went and dropped her off with Mom so she can have
Okay.
some time to wander
Yeah.
about.
And to stretch a bit. My stream went
Yeah.
well. Yippee! I'm so glad. I'm so glad. My short name. I have a more longer name. Oh God.
Emperador del Amor.
Yes. Yeah. All right, Megami. Yeah. Feel free to chill out if you like, and if you're feeling a little bit sleepies, I totally understand if you have to head off. But thank you again for the raid, and welcome, raiders, to our crazy, crazy visual novel. And yeah, hope this will be a nice little like background sound for a lot of people because of me struggling to say certain English words because I can't freaking English to save my life.
Sprite's causing chaos.
What was that?
Apparently, Sprite's causing chaos trying to get her to
Aw.
run and jump. And
Sprite.
she's not supposed to be doing that currently.
No, Sprite is like, I had enough.
He
Had
tried to
enough.
do that this morning when she got out and wandered for a bit after the
Uh-huh.
medicine was slowly wearing off. And while Mom wasn't looking, he got her to run and jump off the bed, and she's like, no.
No. Sprite
We don't
is
need her pulling
Jess's
at her
cat.
sisters.
Sprite and Coco. Talking about her kitties. Very cute kitties. Very beautiful kitties. Oh, Shrimply! Shrimply's making fun of us. What is this Oscar-worthy performance of me struggling to understand a single English word? Alright, sorry. We shall continue. Also, welcome back.
Thank you.
Where am I? Did I say this already? Oh no, I
I don't
haven't.
believe so. I think I said I was going to be right back.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
when you were in the middle of starting, the raid popped up.
Yep.
Lady Henrik is one whom will be missed in Augsburg, not I. She has a fiancé waiting for her, you know, and he is a very important man.
So important.
If she doesn't arrive before the dawning of the next day, he will be certain to send out a search party for her. You would not want that, would you?
Magdalena pondered Mike's tall tale for a few moments, one gloved hand resting upon her hip.
Oh, she got that attitude. Okay, queen.
As she thought, Mike stared at her, compelling her through sheer force of will to accept her tale at face value. Mike knew her story was patently unbelievable, but she didn't need to convince a whole jury. She only needed to convince Magdalena.
My door opened by itself again. Hold on a second.
You got a ghost.
I gotta go. Bruh, I put my trash can in front of it and it just opened up again. Magdalena's coming for me. I gotta run. You take over the stream.
The game is haunted, yes.
God. I'm sure it's probably just the wind opening my door.
Do you have your window open?
Yeah. And the
That's
lock on
probably
my
why.
door is also like a little wonky, so
Well, it may not be the lock. The mechanism inside that opens it may not be sturdy enough to keep it
yeah, it
held.
is.
So, like, if
Yeah.
you ever give your door like a slight tug without turning the doorknob, does it open on its own?
That's why I say it's
Yep, so-
loose. Yeah. It's okay. Right now, it's not like a big deal. But if it opens again, I just have to close it. That's fine. All right. Must be the win. Top 10 words before disaster. Magdalena walks in. Oh shit! guys. I guess it's goodbye.
An age seemed to pass, during which nobody spoke, until...
Oh, very well. If that is how it is, then I suppose I have no choice. You may leave my abode, Lady Henrique.
She didn't buy that, did she? I think she's acting.
Here,
There's no way.
Magdalena dropped another effusive curtsy.
Oh wait, give me a second.
This is
Oh my
really
god, I
being
got it.
like
I got
Beauty
someone
and the Beast.
knocking. Give me a second.
Okay, 1. I don't think she cares. Probably not, so long as she gets her food. Plus, if it turns out that Henny is the actual maid, then all Henny can really do is say that they died, or they'll assume that Henny killed her. Because it is a Yuri game. They're going to want to have the beauty pronounced to get to their target
I'm back.
audience. Welcome back.
I forgot to put on my lotion, so I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay.
Lotion. Okay.
If that is indeed your real name, I will grant you the chance to reunite with your fiancé in Augsburg, who must be awaiting you with no shortage of anticipation. Who wouldn't, after all, wish to dote upon a maiden as fair and fine as yourself? You're
I feel like that was a
surprising-
jab.
Yeah, it is. Obviously. Like, there's no way she would buy that, you know?
You're surprisingly well-spoken maid. However, will be bidden to remain by my side. Do we have a deal? Yes, I would do anything to ensure Lady Henrique's safety. Oh, you most assuredly you would not consent to acting as decoy on her behalf if you didn't care. What a wonderful friendship you women have.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome
Oh.
to the Crystal Cave.
Gatito Emperado del Amor, thank you so much for the follow. I must have butchered that because I said it way too fast. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh my god. Did I... What? Particularly given the disparity of your social statuses. I have some trouble saying S's a lot.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Now come along, Lady Henrique. It was very lovely to make your acquaintance. But now I fear I must cut our meeting short.
You make a horrible snake. This is why I'm a tarantula.
Let me escort you to the front door. It's the least I can do for a woman of your lofty status.
She is milking it.
There's so many jabs.
Damn.
What? Mike, no!
Henny's so
Henny
pretty though.
cried, but in vain. Magdalena was soon upon her, her pale fingers winding tight about her wrist.
Mike, please stop this.
Tell her the truth. Oh my god. After all she done, why would you say that? Why would you say that?
I'm sorry, Hen, but
Abashed, Mike dropped her gaze to the stone floor. Though she had given her life for Henny's sake, she found she could not meet her friend's gaze as she was dragged bodily from their cell.
Oh, give me a second. I got on my...
Bro, just
on.
throw hands at this point and beat him up. You good?
There's so many distractions. Okay, I'm good now. All right, I'm back.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Enough with all these Yuri dialogue. I need to see some Yuri action.
Me too. When is it
No,
gonna
it's
happen?
fine. You had the CG with Henny and Mike.
You're right, you're right. You have a little bit of a taste of that, you know? A little...
The hurt in Henny's countenance and the betrayal stung far too much.
This is how it has to be. Says who? I was willing to go along with this woman's plan, but you scuppered it up. I don't understand you at all, Mike. Why would you tell such a tissue of lies for little old me? Magdalena, please.
Henny stared at Magdalena, all while trying, and failing, to dig her heels into the stone floor of her cell.
Surely you cannot believe my mistress.
I mean, surely you can't believe...
It's obviously she's lying. There's no way she isn't a lady, not with her fancy, proper way of talking. She's far more genteel than I could ever dream of being. Her manners are certainly more polished than your own, yes. But perhaps this comes from years of servitude? You could stand to learn a thing or two from your maid, Lady Henry. Your fiancé won't think much of you as you are now, I'm afraid. Why, you're speaking almost like a fishwife. Now, come along, let us not argue. You will give me a headache. But Mike, I can't leave her. Let me go.
Henny cried anew, squirming now, but Magdalena's hold upon her did not loosen. If anything, it seemed to grow stronger, to such a degree that Henny screamed.
Aww. Oh, ad. People said, oh, there's an ad going on. If you want to take a little break, feel free. Grab something to drink.
Ma'am, I have a full cup next to me and I'm eating Cheetos.
That's great. I'm gonna wait a little bit just because there's an ad.
Oh no, that's fine. I just meant like the grab stuff. Like, you expect less of me?
Grab something too. I'll be right back.
Okay. You finally back to my Yuri gameplay. Choco went to go and grab something real quick to wait out the ad, so they'll be back in just a moment. We've been having sun showers over where I'm at. The little dancing spiders are so cute. I'm not near water. I am in a landlocked place, but yeah, we've been having sun showers. How terrible. Ryan is only good during a thunderstorm. I was extremely confused. Especially because I have a friend named Ryan, and I was thinking of something, and oh my goodness, that was so mean. Apparently your phone wants Ryan, especially during a thunderstorm.
I'm back. Ooh, Ulu's here. Hey,
Welcome
Ulu.
back.
And Code.
Yeah, their phone's having issues.
Uh-oh.
They're trying to say that Rain's only good during a thunderstorm, but said Ryan's only good during a thunderstorm.
Ryan's only good during a thunderstorm. Damn, Ryan. Step up, man. What the fuck is your problem, Ryan? I just have crackers on the side.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright, I'm glad the ad's over. Thank you for waiting.
No!
What?
My DM is named Ryan.
My god. Everyone hates. I like that. Did you read this already?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Rimply.
Well, that's a you problem.
Ow! I mean, ow! I don't even know how she sounds. If it's unbearable, then of those of the bandits.
Henny's cries echoed throughout the cell, more unbearable than those of the bandits' leader. During his final moments, Magdalena had not made Henny plead, at least, but she was gripping her wrist so tightly, Mike feared she might snap it.
Oh.
Henny, who was short and dumpy, could put up little in the way of a fight. The poor maid was quite helpless before her.
I like how Henny looked. She's so cute.
There was nothing which could be done. Not any longer. Henny would have to leave, while Mike would remain incarcerated in this dreary cell. Alone. This was what Mike had wanted when she had spun her, frankly untenable, story. So why, then, did she feel so guilty?
I'm eating my cracker.
Let go of me, let go, I say. Mike, please.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Henny continued to protest, but Magdalena remained insensible to her cries. The door of the cell was closed once more with a metallic clang.
She's fine. So overreacting.
And Mike was left upon the ground, pale-faced, trembling, and all alone.
Oh. Ooh, thanks for the care package, Weeping. Time to hydrate. Okay. Is that Act 1? That's the prologue.
Forced to marry a man she doesn't love, Mike despairs in the future, when she and her family fall afoul of bandits deep in the woods. With the help of her maid, Henny, Mike is able to escape.
Prologue complete after 2 hours. 3 hours.
Only to
4.
find herself captured by the mysterious vampire, Magdalena.
Oh my god. Ooh.
Mike fears her captor, and yet
Stockholm Syndrome.
it's Beauty and the Beast.
Stockholm Syndrome.
She feels safer with Magdalena than she ever did with her fiance.
I don't know, man. I mean, you never met your fiance.
She's probably met him once or twice.
Oh,
They
they
would have
can't-
had to. Henny!
And he's back. I forgot. Is this the demo that we're doing?
No, you have got the full game.
Yeah, the full game. Okay, just make sure.
You
I'm
would
just
not
making
spend
sure.
$13 on a demo.
That's true. No, I'm just wondering, because I totally forgot that. Did I buy it or did I
Yes.
download the demo? I just wanted to make sure because
it
I
would
do a
say
lot of demos. No, because
It would say demo.
yeah, it would say. No, it's because the reason why I say that is because I've done a lot of demos in the past. So like it's like, you know, sometimes I would forget that. Oh yeah, I did buy the game.
The time passed at an agonizingly slow pace as Mike sat on the stone floor of her cell with her legs demurely crossed.
Very demure.
Without Henny to cheer her, the air felt colder than it had before, the shadows darker. Magdalena had taken Henny from the cell so abruptly she hadn't been afforded the chance to collect her scattered playing cards. Now, these cards were strewn upon the floor, red diamonds, red as Magdalena's eyes, and coal-black clubs. Mike caught the eyes of a nearby joker, his lips pulled into an unsettling smile, and shivered.
Ew.
She knew she was being paranoid, but she felt almost as if the card was mocking her.
What is happening in the comments?
I'm not even going to touch upon those messages. Mike reached out, fingers trembling, to grab the card, then flipped it over. She did not want to look at the Joker's grinning face. She did not want to think, either, about what Henny was doing or how she was feeling, and she certainly did not want to think about her own future. It would be easier to drive such musings from her mind. And yet... Though Mike tried to keep her thoughts placid, like the smooth surface of an untroubled lake, sinister queries, sharp-toothed like eels, writhed just beneath the surface. What would happen when Magdalena returned? Did she mean to kill Mike quickly? Or would she make her suffer first? The Jonkler?
She hates the Jonkler.
Magdalena had seemed to derive great pleasure from her torture of the bandit's leader, but she had said she did not care to harm young ladies. Had she meant it? Mike could only hope, if Magdalena did mean to kill her, she would do so quickly. She had suffered enough for one night. No, for one lifetime. Mike, despite her heroism, did not want to die. The thought terrified her. When she imagined how Magdalena might kill her, a blade to the throat, perhaps, poison, drowning, strangulation, her skin, which was now icy cold, rippled with goose flesh. She did not want to be stabbed, or poisoned, or drowned, or choked.
This is all those novels that she's been reading.
Vader, she's getting into some really interesting fetishes.
Oh no.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no. Not like this.
She
Oh, no.
wanted to live. Mike had read stories of knights and their exploits, but she was no chivalrous sir herself. Doesn't want to be stabbed by a hot lady? How boring. She was a young woman, though not, as her mother might have reminded her, so very young anymore, and she had little experience of the world beyond her parents' home.
Yes. Yeah.
Can't be that old if she's only dealt with like a few hundred people.
Can't be that old when she's older than Henny's grandmother.
Yeah, but you forget, a lot of grandparents died at like 50s and 60s during this
Oh,
time.
yeah, that's right, because
They didn't live
of
as long.
various, yeah, diseases and...
From an early age, Mike had been taught to hold her tongue, to hold her thoughts, to be sweet and pretty and patient, and, above all else, pliant.
Oh my gosh, Shrimply! I think she'll kill you first if you say that to her.
Probably. She was not supposed to think for herself, let alone stand up for herself.
Immortal, then age gaps are like going to the washroom. You ignore it for story. It's fantasy.
It wasn't appropriate conduct for a lady. Mike had endured 25 years as such. Okay, so she's 25.
Oh, okay.
Living
Oh,
only
wow.
to please her parents and her parents' esteemed visitors, and later, her parents' chosen fiancé. But it had not felt like living. The only times Mike felt herself were those when she played cards with Henny, or read her books, or sat up by her window at night and stared out into the garden. 25, ancient.
For real.
Yeah, at this point, they really consider her, like, not marriageable at this point. She was past her prime to marry and have kids, and...
I was surprised
Why?
that she was actually that old. Back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike was 25, almost 26, but she knew nothing of the world. She knew nothing of freedom. Leonardo DiCaprio hates her now.
Maybe this is why, like... I know it's kind of dark, but... why her fiance doesn't want her. Or if he's the one that caused the... You know, like, that planned the bandit.
Yeah, if he was the one that hired the bandits. Well, and that's just speculation for us at this point. It could also be whatever enemies her parents had caused. But it could also be at a point where, considering the fiance she ended up with, if he was paired to her, he's probably at least 15 to 20 years older than her. Since they'll usually end up sending one about her age off as a second wife for someone instead after their first had died from one reason or another, or if something had happened. Yes. Usually the most preferred marriageable age would be between 15 to about 18. And even then, 18's kind of pushing it.
18's pretty
And then...
much pushing it, yeah.
Yeah, 18's like
That's
the tail end of what would be acceptable before they become a spinster. Before they're considered undesired, unwanted, even if they still match everything but the age preferred. She had never truly lived. How, then, was she supposed to die? She could not pass on, surely, until she had at least been afforded the chance to visit some of the places she had read about in her stories. Such dreams had been all which had kept Mike going throughout her dreary days kept indoors.
This is not what I read. This is not exactly all that happened, what I read. Puts down, Beauty and the Beast book.
I don't think Beauty and the Beast would have been written at this point.
Yeah, you're right. Puts down murder crime story into, you know, that stems into a romance book. I don't know. I don't know what kind of book she's reading.
All of them.
Yep. My goodness, Lamau, and these were literally in their 30s doing this. No wonder she left for a sexy vampire.
She had persevered, not for the sake of her present, which she had lamented, but the hopes of a better future, which waited beyond the horizon. How can I read this? Where's the talking furniture?
Soon there will be singing Be Our Guest.
Now, Mike feared she would never be able to reach that future. Her life was to be curtailed before it could truly begin. She would never see any of the world now. Paris and Venice and Rome would remain a mystery to her, exotic settings for stories and nothing more. She had been born trapped, and now she would die. The only difference was, it was no longer her parents entrapping her, but a monster. Had her 25 years thus far been a story, Mike thought bitterly, it would have been a hopelessly dull one, full of endless waiting, but precious little doing. Waiting to live. Waiting to die. Was there any difference between these two states, really, when all was said and done?
There's no point crying about it.
Mike muttered this under her breath, in the dark, for her own peace of mind.
There's no guarantee I would have been allowed to live, even if Magdalena did set me free. I would have to return to her Geralt. Gerhardt. Oh god, Geralt? And we would wed. And then I would spend the rest of my days trapped in his house. Would go from being a cloistered daughter to a closeted wife.
Trumply, I don't think that would go over very well for you.
Mm-hmm.
These were a lot sturdier than prisons nowadays.
I mean, for real.
Is that any better? Really?
In Mike's eyes, it would have been nothing but another form of imprisonment.
Me personally, in this situation, I would simply bend the iron bars and do a sick-ass flip while avoiding the vampires. Me personally, I would go straight to my fiance and, like, kill him. Because I'm pretty sure he probably
Why even go to that trouble? Just leave the whole place behind. Go to Paris, go to Rome, go to...
She has no money right now.
You can hitchhike. It was so easy to hitchhike back then. Because all you had to do was climb on a carriage that was carrying hay or something and hide.
But she doesn't know how to go there. You know?
Context clues are a thing. If she ends up in a new place, she can ask someone random.
She might be like
They
really
were
naive.
very much more willing to talk to people back then. Unlike nowadays.
What if she's like being tricked, you know?
Being what?
Being tricked. to doing...
Tricked or tracked?
Tricked. Tricked into doing something.
You mean like going somewhere?
Like bad people.
That's no different than her situation now and probably the situation with her fiance.
You're right. Fair.
What? Where is the her and where is the Walter and what is the difference between these two names?
For real. No, so no, it was the nickname, right?
I don't know. We never figured that out because we still have yet to meet the person.
Oh yeah, you're right, you're right.
Walter had the money to travel anywhere, but whether he would be willing to expend these funds on little jaunts for his housebound, bored wife was doubtful.
Van Helsing.
Perhaps it was better this way. Mike had no life, she knew, waiting for her beyond the walls of Magdalena's castle. She had never been allowed to live as she had wanted. That being the case, she might as well die. She had nothing left to lose. The minutes passed by, each more intolerable than the last, until Mike was...
Oh, sorry. Oh my god, how do I go back?
Hold on. Until Mike was alerted by the sound of footsteps.
Thank you.
My stream's a bit slow behind, so I can just
Oh,
look
the
over to
delay is
one of my other
great.
monitors. Yee. The iron door which partitioned the cell from the hall opened, with a scraping squeal, and once more Magdalena entered Mike's cell. Though Magdalena had left with an unwilling Henny in tow, she was now alone.
Oh. Maybe. Oh, you're right. I totally forgot about that.
Henny had gone.
Well, well. Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
I'm gonna grab something real quick.
Go ahead. In the meantime, let's snack on some more crackers. Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost dropped my phone. Sorry. Sorry, that was loud. My bad. Man, this Yuri shit gets serious. It's, yeah. I'm looking forward to see, like, how their romance will blossom. I was like, it fell completely. No, it just fell on my table. It didn't fall on the ground or anything. Just my table. It's wooden table, so it's louder. We don't know. To be fair, we don't know because she only indicated, like, or the stories so far indicated that she's always just been following the orders of her parents, and that's it, you know? Oh, welcome back.
Thank you.
So, but there aren't any, like, nothing to say that she's into women yet, at least. If it did, maybe it got missed, but yeah.
How fare you, my dear captive? I do apologize for the wait. Oh, never mind about me. What about Henny? Did you set her free? Goodness me, your loyalty towards your lady is most profound. I was certain you would be inquiring as to your own fate, but no. You seem only to care for her. You really ought to worry about yourself more, given the circumstances. but I shall endeavor to allay your worries. I did indeed set your mistress free. I escorted her to the entrance of my home, then bid her on her merry way.
Escorted her, you mean dragged her? She dragged Henny
We
out.
escorted her. It was not a willing escort, but it was
Nope,
an escort.
but it was some form of escort, yeah. Imagine being so hot, you change someone's sexuality. Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I used to have a coworker that was straight as can be, but he said if the actor that played Lucifer ever asked him out, he literally told his girlfriend, "I'm dumping you right on the spot."
Gay panic? Wait, which Lucifer? From where?
The live action one, I don't remember. Hold on, let me see if I can. Because it was actually just a show named Lucifer.
Vampires bite you and make you gay. CW show?
Hold on, I'll send you a picture of the guy.
Okay. I wonder if it's who I think it is.
There you go.
Oh. Mmm. He looks like a regular guy to me. But maybe if I see him act, I'll see the charm.
Probably.
Yeah. He's like tall, British. Charming. Is there something you want to say, Shrimply, or werewolves bite you and make you straight. Don't ask about bisexuals. I haven't thought that far ahead. What the hell?
You're supposed to think about that first.
Oh my god.
What it does is it swaps your preferred.
I'm that guy.
So you like both, but you'll have one that you lean towards, and it'll swap.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Why do you ask? Do you not trust me? You've done little to deserve it. Even the way you treated Henny and I, but... Oh. I'm so glad to hear it. I only hope that Henny will be alright on her own. That remains to be seen. I might have set her free, but there's no guarantee she will be able to find her way to Augsburg. Not in the dark. With all this fog. These woods are dense, and the paths are not clearly signposted. It will come as no surprise if she were to find herself lost, or else at the mercy of wild animals. This forest is fair, teeming with wolves. Did you know that?
Yes, they were very nice people.
I met them once. They gave me a cookie. It was really kind of them.
Wolves? Oh yes, this forest is just as much their territory as it is mine. And they often come out
Don't come back a father.
at night to hunt.
What was that? What'd you say?
I was reading Shrimply's comment.
Oh. Throw me to the wolves and I come back a father. What the fuck? Yo. Ow.
Bandits aren't the only things fair ladies have to watch out for. But if your lady friend is resourceful and luck is on her side, she should emerge from this trial unscathed.
Or is it unscathed? Unscathed?
Unscathed.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let us hope that she'll be alright, shall we?
Mike said nothing to this, but instead dropped her gaze, her irises fixed upon her knees. Her mind turned, not to her own indeterminate fate, but to Henny, who would now be staggering through the woods, wreathed in ephemeral fog. Mike saw Henny backed against a copse of trees, their branches slender, sinister, as a pack of hungry wolves bore down upon her, their eyes glistening madly in the moonlight. But this was only one possibility. Magdalena said Henny would need luck on her side, and Henny had that in spades if her performance in Joker was anything to be believed. She had always been better at cards than Mike.
Now, enough about Lady Henrique. She is no longer my captive, and, as such, is of little interest to me. I would far rather speak to you. To me? Yes, indeed. I've designs on you, my loyal little serving girl. I do hope you'll make yourself useful during your stay. Designs? Then you mean...
Are you okay?
Sorry, Mom's yelling in the background about at Dad because apparently Shadow or Dante's taking chocolates from under Dad's side of the bed and eating them.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Or from under Grandma's bed, something like that. Dog's stealing chocolate from somewhere.
Uh-oh. They caught it before he ate it, right?
I'm assuming so, because I'm going to assume he took it out to the living room and Dad stopped him.
Ah, okay.
And that's where they were trying to figure out where it was coming from.
Not the doggos.
Mike pressed her fingers to the base of her throat. She could feel her pulse beating beneath the surface of her cool skin, as erratic as a rabbit's caught in a snare. It's true, I was the dog.
Sure, please. God.
Do you wish to drain me of my blood? Do you want me to drain you of your blood?
Magdalena tittered.
Yes, ma'am.
How very eager you are. It is not that. Do not misunderstand. I wish only, if you mean to kill me, that you would do so quickly. I've grown sick of waiting. Oh yes, that look in your eyes is delectable. It may be more so, even than your blood. You're so very defiant. But what is this I spy? You appear to be shaking, my poor little Mike. That is because of the cold. And not because of your fright. I was able to protect my dear friend. I've nothing to be afraid of now. Then you care nothing for your own life? I've never been afforded a life. You may take it if you wish. You wouldn't be the only one. Ah, yes, that is the fate, or so I have heard, of being a servant, you poor dear.
That pitiful gaze.
Oh, I know.
Magdalena's red eyes softened, and for a moment, Mike wondered whether she could not see a trace of sympathy upon her captor's fair face. Just kiss already, oh my god.
Just gets already.
Now, Keith.
No, Keith.
It lasted only a second, however, before it faded.
Well, I hate to be the barrier, bearer of bad news, but
Bearer.
shh. But I'm afraid I can't comply with your request. For the moment, that is. I will drain your blood in due course, but I've no desire to do so now. The bandits I encountered earlier made for a more than satisfactory meal. I am so glutted, I do not think I could drink another drop of blood. Then, you mean to draw this farce out longer still? I'll draw it out for as long as I wish, until I'm sufficiently thirsty. There seems little sense in overindulging. I'm sure that your blood would taste sweeter than a bandit's, but that only makes it more imperative that I save you until I truly want you.
Damn.
Though it was Mike's death Magdalena spoke of, there seemed something sultry, seductive even, in the way she stressed her words.
And this is when Miguel's noticed that she might be gay. Like, and this is how it began. I'm sorry, I know you just put something in your mouth.
No, it's fine. Mike, who was unused to being wanted, found the blood pooling beneath her cheeks, despite the chill which clung to her. How would it feel when Magdalena brought her lips to her neck?
Oh, see, I told you. She's thinking of it right now. She's like, damn, am I gay?
Would it hurt? She supposed she would feel a pricking sensation, as Magdalena's teeth sank into her flesh. And then...
Imagine coming out because a vampire is dirty talking to you about sucking blood. That's what happens to the romance novels, you know?
That's fine. I forgot I've still got the thing I pulled up for the 19th century
Yeah.
thing that we found.
Yeah.
And it's got some reviews / comments for it. And I just look over and look at the one that's got a thumbs up that just says, it's gay.
It's gay.
That's all it
It's
says.
gay.
Now, won't you come with me? You'll catch a cold, your death of cold. You'll catch your death of cold, staying inside this dreary cell. And then, you'll be of no use to anybody. If I am to enjoy you properly, I would prefer to do so while your body is still warm. What?
Mike looked at Magdalena, her blue eyes uncomprehending.
Are you really letting me go? In a manner of speaking, yes. Though I'll only be transporting you from one prison to another. As your hostess, I don't believe that these quarters are wholly appropriate for a long-term stay, especially not for a fair maiden such as yourself. You will be in my abode for several days yet, I fear, until I further need of you. Until then, I would like you to live in some measure of comfort. How? How unexpected. I didn't know that you were so gracious. I can be. I've hidden depths, much like the forest that surrounds my humble abode. I do so hate to see you shiver, and your skin is so pale. Poor dear, you and I could almost be sisters. White skin may be fitting
If you
for
were
us
sisters,
vampires.
this would be wrong.
Yeah, God. But it isn't so for maidens, not even the fairest in all the land. Now, please follow me. I doubt you've any real wish to stay here, languishing unless you mean to make a further martyr of yourself? No,
Mike bit her lower lip.
What's with the lip biting?
Yeah. She was loath to accept kindness from Magdalena, But she did raise a fair point. It was cold in her cell, and miserable alongside it. Something something vampires and incest, something something Yuri.
Oh god. I like it how Ulu mentioned that if you have to experiment with your sexuality, a vampire who'd otherwise kill you is a good option. Let me weigh my options here.
This is just chaos comments at this point.
Great.
If she remained there overnight, it did not seem impossible that the blood in her veins really might freeze. Mike had already given up on her own life, but she did not want to die as a stray dog, racked with shivers.
If that is what you want from me, then I've no reason to refuse. How very biddable you are. The words which come from your mouth might be stubborn, but it seems you've experience when it comes to following orders. Of course I do. I'm a maid, like I said. Ah, yes, so you did. That would explain your servility. Part of me was hoping you might refuse, so that I would be bidden to carry you. But this is fine too. It spares me the effort.
I'm confused. Why is she flirting with us again? Was she just hangry before?
I mean, she's got to let us know who's boss before. It's carrot and the stick.
Yeah.
She had to give us the stick before we got the carrot.
Shall we? Please, lead the way.
Mike dropped Magdalena a curtsy. This time, taking her dirty skirts between her fingers, the pads of which had turned pink from the cold. Magdalena smiled at this display.
For a prisoner, you're awfully cheeky.
Then turned upon her heel after bidding Mike to follow. Naturally, Mike obeyed. She could see she had little choice in this matter. Magdalena led Mike down a twisting hallway, packed full of cells identical to the one Mike and Henny had been imprisoned in.
We might
Are we
be.
getting a setting change?
Yeah, finally.
Probably.
after hours.
After 4 hours, almost 5.
Damn.
Mike tried not to peer into these cells as she passed them, but curiosity soon overcame her, and she found her head swiveling. She feared, as she stared through the darkness, that she might encounter sights more horrific than she was capable of comprehending. Rusted torture instruments, perhaps, or dead bodies. But it was so very dark in the bowels of Magdalena's home that Mike could scarcely see anything. Not even the moonlight, which spilled intermittently through the barred windows, could fully illuminate the sprawling prison complex. This, Mike supposed, tearing her eyes away from one of the cells as she passed it, was probably a good thing. She had witnessed enough horrors for one night.
For real.
Magdalena eventually brought Mike to the foot of a staircase, which led up from her subterranean cells.
I literally just put a cracker
Put
in my
something
mouth.
in your mouth.
Bruh. I was trying to like, I was hoping for another line so I can swallow my cracker, but hold on. Drink water.
Careful.
Meh.
Huh?
That was a redeem.
Oh.
That was a sheep redeem. Meh.
Magdalena cautioned Mike before they began their ascent.
These steps are steep and slippery too. If you fall, you may break your neck.
Had Mike been less nervous, she might have left to hear her jailer fuss over her so. A broken neck didn't seem like so very cruel a fate when compared to Magdalena's designs upon her. Perhaps it would be quicker to die thus, rather than having her blood drained. At the very least, it would be a swifter demise than freezing in her prison cell. Mike felt little in the way of humor. However, as she took the chill banister beneath her right hand and began to climb, she could recognize the irony in Magdalena's warning, though only vaguely. Her mouth felt hewn into a permanent line, as though carved from stone, her brow furrowed. It seemed unlikely she would ever smile again.
Oh, wow.
The chill of the basement faded as Mike cleared the final step of the twisting staircase to emerge in a spacious hallway lined with arched windows. Those aren't windows.
I thought they're like holes in a wall.
The windows are on the right side, but the thing it's showing for the hallway
Yeah.
via supports and stuff, like the arched doorways, those aren't windows.
Arched windows? I thought it was the ones on the left.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But what you're facing is not windows.
Oh. Oh, maybe like she came like before she turned, like right in front of her is a window. You know, like she stepped out of that.
Technically, if you look at the floor, you can see the light and the shape of the windows, but it's not the most prominent thing, and after a
Yeah.
certain point, they just look like lines. The hallway was not so very dissimilar in decor to her parents' home, though it was less ornate, the furnishings worn down by old age.
Wow.
It was apparent that Magdalena's home had once been sliding screen had once been noble, but it had clearly fallen to rot and ruin, its heyday long since past.
Nobody takes care of her palace anymore.
The air in the ground floor smelt almost as rank as that in the dungeon, and every conceivable surface was heaped with inches of dust. There was so much dust, in fact, that Mike could feel it in the air when she inhaled.
I would like die coughing over there. I would be so allergic to all the dust. You'll see me like cry, sniffle, everything.
The dust irritated her eyes and nose and laid heavily, unpleasantly, upon her tongue. When your girl don't
Oh
clean.
god.
She gets out of prison and has the gall. I think you mean the gall to complain about a little dust. Is your phone acting up again?
Hulu's typing a little too fast.
I want to know what the phone's going through if it auto-corrected again. Mike swallowed, hoping to void her mouth of the taste of decay, but
Ew.
in vain. This time it was moose stupidity.
Moose stupidity.
Got it. The dust was so thick she sneezed, which prompted Magdalena to say,
Bless you.
there are no blessings here.
Yeah, exactly. Blessed by who?
Only
By who?
curses.
Thank you.
Mike replied, abashed, and then,
I thought you did not care for God or his teachings. I don't. But I presume that you do. I thought you might appreciate it.
Oh, she's so kind and thoughtful already. Damn.
I see. How very thoughtful of you. I know. For a vampire, I'm unusually sensitive.
mute with fatigue, Mike continued to follow Magdalena to the end of the hall, wherein a wooden door was inlaid. She says the word bless and it immediately starts disintegrating because she's a vampire.
Damn.
Magdalena seized the brass handle and twisted it, then pushed it ajar. It stuck for a few moments, as though unwilling to move, but soon shifted, creaking as it did so. When the door swung back, it was to reveal a vast, spacious room with the ceiling so cavernous Mike had to crane her neck to see it.
Ooh.
A large, ornate staircase was set in the center of the room, which rose to the floor above it. The banisters made of wrought iron. I wonder if the bottom floor has been left to go into disrepair, so if anyone walks in, they'll
just
see
step
it and
right-
think it's abandoned.
Yeah,
But when you go upstairs, it might be a bit better.
slightly.
This, Mike supposed, must have been the entrance hall. It had clearly been designed to impress, for its vastness was almost dizzying.
How long
How long do you think it's going to take to the bedroom?
Oh god. Soon. I think that's where she's taking her, really.
Magdalena's home, could it really be a castle? Was larger, even than Mike's, and vast enough to be unnerving. Trapped within this scene of spoilt luxury, Mike felt smaller than ever before, a tiny doll rather than a grown woman, rattling about in a playhouse. The entrance hall must have been fine once, but it showed clear signs of deterioration. The dust was so profuse that it made Mike's eyes water, and several of the stone steps which led upwards were cracked and chipped. A grand piano could be found in one corner of the room, but its lid was shut, and Mike doubted it had been played, if it still could be played, in decades. There was a chandelier in the entrance hall, hanging aloft from the high ceiling, but when Mike craned her neck upwards, she could see even in the dark that it was festooned with spider webs. The house might have been grand once, but it was not so now. It seemed a wonder, really, that it still stood, when clearly it was uncared for.
Your servants don't seem to be working very hard.
Just throw that in her face, why don't you?
I know, right?
Mike spoke lightly, her voice swallowed by empty air.
Perhaps you ought to see to hiring new staff? My mistress would never permit.
Mike brought her hand to the banister of the staircase, then drew it back, wincing.
I can already imagine. 2-hour market, let's go. Ooh, it's already 2 hours. Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Oh, and there's an ad. Oh, wait, it's an incoming ad in a minute. Soon.
The pads of her thumb and index finger were fuzzy with dust.
No.
This. Oh?
Magdalena, who had already begun to ascend the staircase, turned to look at Mike and smiled.
What? No, don't send me back to Atlan, please.
No.
We'll wait. We'll wait for you, don't worry.
They can't hear.
Are you judging my home, Mike? I would never presume to be so rude. I just thought it might feel more homey. That's all. If it were less of a pile.
Magdalena laughed, then shook her head.
You're quite right, of course, to judge. Please, judge away, to your heart's content. I've never been a fan of this place myself. Its scale is too grand.
Oh, I know this word. Hold on. Grandoise? Ah? No.
I always say grandiose.
Oh,
But hold
okay.
on. I can find out.
I might be wrong. And there's an ad. Perfect. We'll find out. It might be grandiose.
Yeah, it is grandiose.
Okay. Why the hell did I say that?
Grandoise.
Grandoise! It sounds like a made up word, the fuck.
Grandiose, even for my liking.
Let's take a little break. Shrimply there. How am I supposed to know how to pronounce that word now? Shrimply is stuck in Atlan right now. Don't worry. We will wait for you. Grandiose. So it's almost time for me to make my dinner too, so soon. Yeah, I'll wrap it up a little bit. Soon. Oh yeah, by the way, would you be interested in watching Apothecary Diaries?
We've already had this conversation.
Yeah.
What was my answer then?
Said yes.
It's pronounced like Gyarados Shrimply. Trust me.
Gyarados.
Yeah, I think it's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be up for watching.
Oh yeah.
Dad's a Pokemon.
That's a Pokemon. Lomo. In the meantime, I'm taking a bite. Cracker.
I mean, I used to read the manga well before it was ever considered for an anime. I just haven't kept up with it recently or started to see the adaptation.
I didn't know about the manga, so I saw the anime first. But I really like it a lot. But, so far I caught up with the second season.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I love
That's part
it.
of the reason why I haven't gone near it also, is because of the potential voices. I'm really picky with voices if things I read as manga get adapted into an anime. Like, I've read completely through the webtoon of Solo Leveling, and while I at least know the main character's voice is fine, because I saw this stupid meme of him calling out the comments, telling him you better not make a mistake on the one word when he gets
Arise?
one of his like,
oh, I love the
wakey,
voice actor. He's
wakey.
hilarious.
Yes.
The
It
English
was
voice
so
actor,
funny.
yeah. He's
Well, and
actually
even
really good.
funnier watching the clips because he had a short of all the different things that he was saying in the
It's like
recording room.
arise.
And all the swapping out of like he changed his t-shirt and all this other stuff into different merch.
He's great.
They said show as much merch as you can during the short.
He's hilarious. Welcome back, Shrimply. Yes, it's pronounced Gyarados. I loved it when he said arouse and start arousing the shadows. Yeah. Oh my god. So, yeah, the Apothecary Diary, like, voice actor, the Japanese voice actors. I've only really listened to the Japanese voice actor, really. I've only watched that, but I absolutely love the voice actors that are in there that's chosen. English, I'm not too sure because I don't really remember. I think I watched like 1 or 2 episodes of the English, but it's been a long time. It's from the first season.
Mm-hmm.
But Japanese, the original voice actors sound absolutely
I don't
like,
usually watch
amazing.
dub, so I usually just watch
sub.
sub.
Perfect. Then we watch sub. The Japan change for solo leveling. Oh, you mean they added like a Japanese
I think
dub?
they took away something.
Oh, maybe. Maybe it could be like a language thing, though. You know?
No, maybe. I'm wondering if. Okay, so they changed the
Oh, the
origin of
setting.
country. Yeah, because it is
Why?
a Korean like manhwa,
It is, yeah. It
and I
started
guess
a
because
webtoon,
it's
right?
being adapted to an anime by potentially a Japanese company, they probably changed it, which kind of messes up a few of the settings character-wise, especially when it comes to the Japanese hunters.
Oh shit. Is he still Korean or is he now Japanese? No, I'm pretty sure he's still Korean.
Mm-hmm.
He's still Korean.
Song Jin-woo.
Yeah, that's Korean. Unless he has another name that I didn't know of.
I was gonna say I've only seen just Sung Jin-woo.
Yeah, then that.
I feel
that's
like
it.
if they changed his name, they would have absolutely thrown a fit.
Yeah, let's not change his name. Wait, is the second season a different studio?
I have no clue. I've not gone near it.
Oh, okay.
I've only seen the random shorts.
You
from
only
voice
seen
actor
the
pop
funny,
up.
yeah, same. Okay, let us continue, and then we'll wrap it up a little. Everyone to get their name. I don't know if he's still Korean. He's Korean. He's Korean for sure. This is almost as odd as when what's with Andy and all of a sudden became Canadian.
Fair enough.
Oh god. Okay. Lord. My great-grandfather, it was he who had this place built. Had more money than sense and absolutely no taste to back it up. A house has no need to be this large. But there was land enough for it, and money too. And when a man has land and money... And when a man has land and money and means, he will often think, well, why not?
I could hear the fans working in your brain on the process.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait, I read it a little bit. Like, the tone was a little, yeah. I didn't continue the sentence.
And when a man has land and money, and then processing.
Yeah. I had to redo that a little bit. Practicality matters little in the decisions of great men. And neither, to my unending woe, does aesthetic sense. I can believe that.
My own father. My master, rather.
Oh, wow. Like, cut the fucking... Cut it out. Cut the act, girl. Like, you can't... You can't, like, lie to no one. You're so bad at acting. Oh, God.
Mike's face flushed at this gaffe, the tips of her ears turning pink.
Have filled my own residence with pointless baubles. They were all very expensive, but not particularly cohesive. The parlor looked like a museum once he was through with it. It hardly seemed like a place to sit and relax. I was too afraid to spend any measure of time in there, in case I broke something.
Then it seems we have something in common.
I found this place too small even when my family was alive. And we had a legion of maids back then, to keep everything spick and span.
Oh, God.
No! No!
Oh, God.
Bleh, bleh, bleh.
Blah, blah, blah.
It is not Mavis. Magdalena is not Mavis.
Not the dad.
They kept the dust and cobwebs at bay, bless their hearts, but they couldn't combat the loneliness. Now, my family is dead, and all our maids along with them. I can hardly take on new hires.
Yeah, right.
Being what I am, so my home was rather left to go to ruin. I clean what I can, but there's so very much house to clean. And only one of me. It's quite the overwhelming challenge. My attempts at cleaning have fallen quite by the wayside during the last half a century. I hope you can forgive my slovenliness.
Oh my God. That word.
This is the alternate timeline where Mavis became a lesbian vampire.
Oh, God. Mavis, please.
Oh no, it's fine. I understand. You're too kind.
Magdalena's red eyes softened as they head back in the dungeon, with something akin to sympathy. But before Mike could ponder this, her jailer turned.
Oh, listen to me, he prattled on. It is most inconsiderate of me, especially when you must be tired. Let us make haste to your room.
We're finally going to the room.
Mike followed behind Magdalena as a puppy might, almost grateful to her for the promise of a room and of a bed. It was as Magdalena said, she really did feel tired.
I mean, no shit.
Hey, she had a nap. An unwilling nap.
I
But still a
mean,
nap.
one that got... I mean, she did get concussed in the head and then, you know, just...
She was more than ready to lie down beneath warm covers, or even lukewarm covers, and sleep. Anything would have been better than the stone floor upon which she had been lying. Mike yawned, her eyes blossoming with tears anew, while pressing her right hand, fingertips still flecked with dust, instinctively to her mouth. Ew!
Don't do that.
Don't eat that!
Ew.
Oh,
Oh?
But, half asleep though she was, Mike's senses were alert enough for her to detect a sudden noise. There came, through the yawning gulf of the entrance hall, a sound not dissimilar to that Mike had heard in the dungeon. It was a scream. Or was it? Mike was unsure.
ew, gross.
Ewy! This scream was fainter than the ones she had detected in the dungeon, and seemed to emit not from the ground under which the cells lay, but above her head.
And this is where I die.
Was there another person concealed in Magdalena's abode? Somebody other than herself? Was it another captive, kept separate from the rest? Was it Henny?
Magdalena? Lena, please.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Magdalena is quite the mouthful. I would rather you use a nickname, as you did with your mistress.
Mike wished to contest this. Her relationship with Magdalena wasn't close enough to allow the use of nicknames, but she felt too tired to engage in an argument. What did it matter, really, how she addressed Magdalena when she would soon be dead?
Lena, then. What was that noise I just heard? What noise? You didn't hear it?
Mike stared at Magdalena, her expression one of patent disbelief.
It wasn't very loud, I'll grant you, but it was unmistakable, I swear. It sounded just like a scream. A scream,
Magdalena pondered, one hand beneath her chin.
Such sounds are not unheard of in my abode, when I'm attending to a prisoner.
Mike shivered.
But there is nobody here now except me and you.
It's a ghost.
Oh god, don't say that.
Nobody
ghosty
living,
ghost.
at least.
It's the ghost that came through to get your door.
Oh shit! It's gone back into the game though.
For now.
For now.
Then it's not the imprisoned bandit?
Certainly not. He will never make a peep again. I'm sure of that, with my own two hands. It would be hard for him to speak with half his throat torn out, you see?
It would just be gurgling.
Oh, yeah, right.
Mike pressed a hand to her own throat, as if to check its integrity, and as she did so, choked.
Damn shrimply.
Oh, to be that bandit?
You gotta... You gotta type it, it's showing. I mean, what? Who said that? What?
The air was so thick with dust, it was hard to breathe. Well, you just ate some.
Literally.
Now, dear, worry not. It was not your mistress who screamed thus, if that is what you are wondering. I am a woman of my word, and I promise I let her go. She is quite... well, she is not necessarily all right, but she is away from me, and there is the possibility that she might live to see another dawn. Then who screamed? What was that sound? It must have been your imagination.
It must have been the fucking wind.
You have overexerted yourself after this night's events. Anybody would be exhausted in your situation. Didn't feel like a dream, though. No?
Magdalena shrugged in a manner which did not seem quite in keeping with her aristocratic bearing.
I suppose. It must have been the wind, then.
Literally, it's just like, it's the wind, bitch.
Then it is very draughty in here. Is that all? That's all it could have been. Unless you mean to suggest that the dead can speak.
I mean,
Magdalena's red eyes bored into Mike's. So intense, Mike feared, they would consume her.
I feel like, I mean, if there's vampires, there could be ghosts, you know?
Just realized that vampire has bangs. What type of fuck-ass vampire wears bangs? Big-ass forehead. I just know it.
Oh my god.
Shrimply.
Jesus.
No, my name's Jess.
Oh my god, stop. We already talked about this. God.
Look, if I do it enough, I can condition a reflex, like when you say 1 second, and then have to
Oh
backtrack.
god. It'll make me change the way I speak.
Unsettled, Mike glanced away.
No,
I'm not threatened by a vampire wearing bangs.
No, I wasn't suggesting that. Good. I know it is expected for women to lose their minds at the drop of a hat, but I've grown quite sick of being regarded as the weaker sex. I'm pleased to see you're doing your level best not to let us down. Why, you haven't swooned even once, which is more than most men can say when I bring them here. It's really quite commendable. You might swoon, though, from a lack of sleep, if we continue to tarry. Let us be off, or we shall never make it to our destination.
Mike nodded, then followed along behind her hostess anew. She could no longer hear the scream, but its memory haunted her all the same. It should have been me, not her! It's not fair! I'm sorry, I had to.
I know, it's great. God.
That cry she had heard, though briefly, had not sounded like the breeze, regardless of what Magdalena said. Nike was certain that sound had belonged to a person. But why would Magdalena lie about such a thing? Unless it's potentially a family member.
Yep. That's what I thought too. I mean, we did
It
see
was
the
impossible
two.
to say.
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, maybe she does have a sister.
Or family member in general. Yeah. Because remember, like in the beginning of that, after the prologue, there were like two characters that we haven't seen before.
I
You pay
didn't
attention?
fully see
Okay,
that.
never mind. There were two other characters.
I saw it showing the wall of pictures, and then I started looking at the chat. So
yeah. Oh, okay, that's fair. I mean, we'll see.
it was impossible to say.
Scene
Oh, there's the
change.
bedroom.
Here's a bedroom. Not bad. Kind of
Cobwebs.
yes. Don't mind that. That must have been mine.
Here we are.
You and
Home
Vanilla
sweet
aren't allowed to
home.
make homes here.
Oh, I don't think they got a choice.
So?
Triply.
It really be like that.
Magdalena looked at Mike, an amused smile playing about her lips.
Look, she doesn't have any more maids anymore, okay? So, like, give her some slack. She only can clean that much.
She didn't have the time to prepare the guest room. They were
Yeah.
kind of last minute.
I don't think she ever really had guests to begin with. So,
What do you think?
she ate them all.
No, she let one go.
But she wasn't a
Mike
guest.
examined the room mutely, her hands folded at her front. The chamber Magdalena had brought her to was dark, lit only by a pair of candles on either side of the bed. Mike could see, despite the darkness, that it was every bit as derelict as the rest of Magdalena's home. However, and even if she hadn't been able to see it, she would have been able to smell it. The air was fusty, as though it had been left to circulate inside the room for years upon end, which it most likely had.
Open them windows. Damn.
They're glued shut.
Kick them open.
Every surface, meanwhile, was covered in dust, including the bed.
Ew.
The sheets upon the bed, though neatly made, were holey with age and with insects, as was the carpet upon the floor.
I'm not gonna sleep in this condition. Goddamn.
No, you've not been given a choice. Go to bed.
Oh my god.
It was a sad room, which had been ignorant of human occupation for years, but it was still a superior set of lodgings to those in which Mike had woken. Oh, she freaky.
Oh my god.
At least this room had a bed, A 4-poster one, no less. Like the one at Mike's home, with a mattress and sheets, upon which Mike could rest her weary limbs.
Okay. Unfortunately, we might have to stop here. But let me
That is
save it.
fair.
We've gone pretty good, I'll say. Like, what? 2.5 hours, and we finally made it to the bedroom. Like, I think we made really good progress. There's like 12 different diseases in this variant.
I love how you're so excited. We finally made it to the bedroom.
We did it. We did it, boys. We did it. We did it, girls.
Do this.
Wow. I think we made really good progress today.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Right. I expect a very long...
very long... You want a raunchy scene.
Damn.
I don't see that happening yet.
I don't know, man. I feel like... I think this game should be very safe for work, if anything. Because usually it has the option of, like, streamer mode sometimes. Yeah.
Hold on.
50 more hours of murderous foreplay first. God. Lord. Alright, let's go to the chat screen real quick here. And we're gonna check out who to rate next. Ugh, how could I forget the important bits? Lamau. Okay.
But you've got almost 6 hours on record
Wow.
now.
So we
2
did
streams.
6 hours of this game.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think we made really, really good effort. Hell yeah.
Visit store page. Let's see what your ratings are. Text-based, LGBTQ+, vampire, gothic, dark. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about age limit, so.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Alright. So, I know who to raid. Hooter. Yeah. Oh, actually. And
Ooh.
Wolf raid. Because you're a wolf.
Oh, so.
Because you're a wolf.
I don't count.
You're wolfy.
I don't count.
Yes, you are. Okay, so this is our raid message.
I'm a wolf, but I don't count.
You can count. What do you mean? At least 1 to 10. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ma'am, I hate math. We know this.
Yeah, but you can count for sure.
1, 12, 37.
Okay, now you're just making it on
159.
purpose. Oh god. All right, guys.
I mean, you're right. I'm counting. I'm not counting correctly.
God. Please give Souifyre a follow if you haven't yet. Check out her wonderful channel. Thank you so much again for being my special guest today and voice acting with me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Voice acting. I was just the narrator.
but still, it's technically still voice acting. I think we did really, really good today. I think, man, like we gotten so far. We learned a lot of things.
We
taught
still
me
haven't
a
hit
lot of
Act
words.
2.
We're literally still in technically Act 1. Actually, the first part was the prologue. We're still in Act 1.
It said Act 1 when we initially started, so.
So what is Act 2 then?
I don't know.
What the hell? Man, I wish I passed 5th grade math.
I wonder if Act 2 is when she's no longer considered a prisoner or like spare
Oh, maybe.
food.
Wow, that's a long Act 1. That's crazy. That is crazy.
You've been to a play before, right?
No. Actually, no, I haven't. I've been to... Nah, I haven't. I haven't been to it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like... oh. Act 2 is 5 more hours later. Oh, God. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But yeah, please give Jess a follow or check out her content. It's been a very fun day today with you. Yeah, we got very far with the game. Next we will raid Neniki, our very favorite ghosty VTuber with a Godzilla on her head because like she's the cutest ghosty ever. She's a ghosty bestie, so I want you guys to give her your utmost support and love. And we will continue this support train. If you could give her like a lurk, that's, you know, or check out her content, or even stay to chat a while. She's very, very nice, and you will really love her. You will love her, what's the word? Oh my god, that word flew right past my head. Company, there you go. Yeah, company. Alright, so her name is Naniki, and we go ahead and start the raid. Right there. Okay, again, thank you for the new followers. Welcome, welcome in. And a big shout out to Megami again for the raid. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. And last but not least, again, thank you, Soul, for being my special guest today. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.